Hey guys, Matthew here once again with a slight update on the Exsanguinate Reap Fire Dot Crucible mod Elementalist with golems and all that. It ended up a pretty good character, so did do some endgame, got an Uber Maven in its full to watch at the end of this thing. But yeah, took it to 95 almost, or 95, something like that. Really smooth for mapping, so you can see its potential on like Breach over here. I didn't actually have Breach activated on my Atlas, but I think it would have been a pretty good build for both Breach and Legion. But it's kind of an all-rounder, so it can be fairly durable and do one-on-ones, or it can do some pretty large-scale clearing, thanks to Exsanguinate plus chain combo. But you could go pure Reap if you really wanted to, and maybe a Beric's Respite for Ignite Prolif, or just using Spell Cascade for better clear. I think it's still kinda too good to just have Exsanguinate as a setup separately. It doesn't hit anywhere near as hard as Reap, but with the chain it does take care of really large scale clear, just on a much nicer level. So you can see we're taking on Crucible not too shabbily. Some of these Crucible dudes are pretty thick. Like, I think my DPS in the end has to be about 5 to 10 million, compared to like my Jug, which was probably about 20 million. Because yeah, it's noticeably slower to kill some of this Crucible shit, especially the tough res or bosses and stuff. It's noticeably tankier, but it's nothing we couldn't do for the most part. I don't think there's any content I came across that I had to walk away from on this character. But Fire and Ignite, and yeah, cycling damage reduction res, those things could be pretty annoying. Take a bit of extra time to kill, but yeah, that's the only real thing that I noticed particularly slowing us down. Aside from that, yeah, the damage over time playstyle, very satisfying. Played Reap Exsanguinate one time before as this type of Elementalist, and it's very similar, but I think it's got more damage overall. Once we stack up our Reap blood charges, that's when our damage really kicks into gear. And yeah, for the most part, golems aren't really too much of an issue in this build, but they do die in some cases. So this is one of them. Simulacrum, I gave that one go to see how we'd go, because my defenses are really good on this build. So I thought maybe I'll be able to get through some level of Simulacrum, but the problem is my damage isn't like incredible for a Simulacrum to go with that, so there is a lot of like having to take damage and mitigate. And on top of that, the golems themselves will be dying quite routinely, as you'll notice, to anything that is pretty durable, or if the mod has like extra fizzes, chaos, that sort of thing, or poison, then they're dying quite routinely. They do come back alive every 4 seconds, but it's still up to you to then run around and survive. So anything up to about wave 20 was pretty casual. Once things started to really live and take longer to kill, then it got a lot tougher, and the bosses are pretty tough, especially when they're together. So I got to wave 29, which wasn't too bad, and to me that indicates I could end up doing it. A full wave 30 clear, but definitely not really recommended to try and do multiple times. Even a single time for the challenge, it was pretty fucking tough, having to play around lots and lots of mobs that aren't dying, and then bosses spawning on top of you and stuff. And inevitably, I'm getting one shot by some of them, depending on the bad map mod rolls. But my Guardian DPS, my single target, really isn't too bad. It'll be super comfortable to take this character through most things in the game, boss-wise and mini-boss-wise and all of that. And even Crucible, and then also ended up doing a few Hall of the Grandmasters, so that was a bit of a surprise package. Gave a few of those a shot, and the damage over time is typically really good for Hall of GM, and in this case it's fire damage over time with some Ignite, so it works out pretty well. But then my defenses mean that I could pretty much take hits from almost everything. I didn't end up having to face Putrefy, Rot, Spoil, whatever the guy's name, the Lightning Striker, but everything else I took on pretty well that I noticed that I fought. And it's, yeah, you could really take some hits with all this block and armor and stuff. So it was pretty durable. Like I did 3 runs, I think, and died one or two times on each run, just depending on a few of the really cancer dudes out there. And then as far as getting through the really tanky guys, it was kind of just a bit of a high roll. As to getting through their block, since I don't have any block reduction gem or anything, but you could get through them, yeah, and ended up getting through the tankiest dudes out there and doing a few runs. So it was really nice, reliable Hall of GM farmer, I think, but nothing too fast. It's just gonna chuff its way through. So yeah, that's about it for the entire character. I've got the entire Uber Maven. I don't think I tried any other Ubers, but I'm pretty sure we could have done some of them on this character. That said, Uber Maven, it's a little bit tough. There's a few things you got to dodge and actually play the game with, but not a bad character for it to learn the mechanics on. So here it is. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time. Oh my god. The golems are gonna trigger the fireball. Thanks for 44 months, boy. But yeah, it's not too bad. DPS ain't great, but kind of there, you know? We're good against this type of stuff. All of these ads. So we get a proper Val this time. Oh, thank God I blocked those. So I think I died to them. Like that. Fuck! Dude, how did that get through the golems? I was like straight up not scared of it anymore because I was relying on the golems to tank for me. Bro. Just that one fucking death can send Maven into an absolute free fall of bullshit. Alright, well, I don't know. Indicates to me that you're fully doable. Nope, can't fuck it up. And as always, just dealing billions of damage is going to be better than being a sort of well-built build. Fuck this, man. It would have been so good if not for that. So I believe it's still doable, but it's just so uncomfortable from here on out. I mean, given that I've got a lot of life regen, bad balls being placed isn't the end of the world. Oh, come on. Again? Wait. Whew.
Punishment inescapable. The most beloved toy.
What? I think it's the cursed bishop. I think I cursed him accidentally. Didn't even see him spawn. Because yeah, I think that's what one-shot me. That thing's fucking stupid. But yeah, my bad for I guess not seeing it. It's a guy that if you curse, he does some AoE like... I think it's half chaos, half fizz attacks? It must be largely chaos. There's no way I'm dying to it if it's fizz. Like, not just some chaos, it has to be largely chaos. No! Fuck's sake. That's... I was like, Jesus Christ, why am I still taking fucking damage? The beam doesn't do damage. I was killing myself with Reap. Like, I'm super terrified of that attack. It's got large amounts of AoE. And with the golems everywhere, I feel like it'll just clip me. Alright, so that can be pretty fucking clean if it needs to be. Wake and daily damage with attacks is 3 divines.